Welcome to another video, and today we'll be taking a look at the LG 27QN600. I will be going over all of the features to see if this monitor is worth the investment for you. So let's get into it. So to start off, this is a 27-inch 1440p IPS display that has a 99% sRGB color space, which isn't the best on the market but can still be used for video editing, photography, and more. And since it is a 27-inch 1440p monitor, it is fairly sharp, so the text and images will be displayed really well at around 108 pixels per inch. Now, if you don't mind sharpness all that much, then LG does make a 32-inch version of this monitor, and everything about them are the same except of course for the size, and then of course by default the actual sharpness as well, since you will have less pixels per inch. Now when it comes to the colors, as mentioned before, this monitor does have a 99% sRGB color space, and for the price point it does look really good. It has an 8-bit panel but can display 10-bit color, and with all of that it does make this a really good monitor for the price point. As far as color accuracy goes, LG does calibrate these monitors actually before they send them out, and from using this monitor I have to say that they are really well calibrated and doesn't require a lot of work to get them to really great color accuracy. But if you need it to be really accurate, I would suggest just getting a device that do that for you to make 100% sure that it is 100% calibrated. The LG 27QN600 has a flat panel that has a matte finish to reduce reflections, so it does that really well. And if you are in spaces where there is a lot of light, then you don't have to worry too much, because this display can also go up to 350 nits of brightness, which is plenty enough for most people and should be bright enough for even a little bit more brighter spaces, as it should be brighter than most reflections coming in, but it also isn't that bright that it will actually cause eye strain from using this monitor for 6 to 8 hours for a normal workday if you're using this monitor for production purposes. Now this display also has a 1000:1 contrast ratio, which is pretty standard for IPS monitors, and it also has FreeSync capabilities, so if you're a gamer, then that is of course a really good feature. Another great feature for gamers is the fact that it can go up to 75 Hz, which of course is better than the standard 60 Hz on most monitors, but still a little bit less than the sought after 144 Hz, which is sort of the standard for gaming. But for the price of this monitor, it could be a good stepping stone for someone looking for a high refresh rate as well as a high resolution display, as you are getting that 1440p high resolution and you're getting a little bit more refresh rate with the 75 Hz. And then of course the next step for you could be 1440p, 144 Hz. The LG 27QN600 has a 5 millisecond response time, which once again is good for gaming. Even though there are better ones on the market, this is still really good. And if you go into the response time settings, I did see that if you place it on the fastest mode, you do get a lot of ghosting, so just ensure that you actually have it on the fast mode, which is the default when shipped, to have the best possible experience with the response time of this display. And then lastly is the near bezel-less display, and as you can see from the sides and the top, you almost have zero bezel, even though once you turn the display on, you can see that it doesn't actually go from edge to edge and you still have this sort of border. I still do prefer this over a hard plastic bezel, as it just looks a whole lot better for me, and it makes them just a little bit more flush when placed together, especially when they're turned off. Now moving on to the controls and inputs of the display, the monitor has one display port and two HDMI ports, as well as an audio out and the power at the back. And then as always, the menu system on LG monitors are amazing. And you have this one simple joystick at the bottom that controls everything, so you don't have to remember any of the buttons and what any of the buttons do. You just simply press in the joystick and you follow the menu system to change all of your settings, your inputs, or whatever else you need to do. Now overall, the LG 27QN600 is a great monitor for both productivity and gaming, and for a little bit of both. The monitor has a great matte finish, the brightness is enough for general users, and the display itself offers good colors and color accuracy, but of course if you need to have it more accurate, you can still calibrate it yourself to get it to a near perfect level. Now the stand itself is pretty standard with basic tilt function, and if you want more freedom or better stand, I would suggest just buying a Vesa mount and just mounting it on your desk, and that way you can adjust the height, the angles, and everything you want to your liking and to your needs. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them down in the comment section below. Also, if you're looking to actually buy one of these monitors, be sure to check out Evetech's website and head over to the monitor section. And then as always, until next time, cheers.